Hi guys, my name is Mary, also known as maryremainshot, and this is my YouTube channel. And today I wanted to talk about this random shift in responsibility. Well, I won't call it random, but I was having a revelation on the toilet this morning. I was just sitting down thinking, oh my gosh, it's on me. It's my responsibility now to pick up and focus and get to where I need to be. And I'm gonna explain this how I kind of put this down. I was speaking into my notes app, so I'm kind of read it and go off what I was talking about. But ever since we were young, especially in my case, you've had primary school, secondary school, sixth form, and then it's like uni or gap year or whatever. And it's just, as much as we have that, it's always looking to the next thing, until it's like, wait, what am I actually looking forward to, if that makes sense? And someone such as aspiration person like you or me, I'm just thinking, I have all these goals, I have all these aspirations, and it's really up to me. It's left to me to figure it out. It's left to me to figure out what on earth I'm doing and how on earth I'm gonna even get there, if that makes sense. As well as that, what do you call it? There's always been a set path as to what to do and what I should not do and how to get there. And especially when you follow that path for so long and so rigidly, to the point where it's just like, you either get the thing, but majority of times you don't get the thing that you want. And it's just like, what on earth do I do from here? Do you know what I mean? And like I was saying, this is my responsibility, and no one else is going to do the things I want to do. No one else is going to obviously go and, how do I explain it? Go and set path for the things that I want to have created. And as well as that, what do you call it? How minutes? What was I yapping about? Okay, this is my responsibility, and I have to do this in order to get through the stages of life. And no one talks about this massive shift in responsibility that you have to face, and that this is really my life. I have to go ahead and do the things, and I have to set apart from doing these things. And what will set me apart from getting to the goals I want to do is really understanding. That's what I was talking about. Okay, so basically, when you understand that there's a big shift in responsibility and it's all up to you now, right? There's two ways this could go. It's you either understanding that there's a shift in responsibility and that you have to now take that responsibility onto you, or is that you understand that you have a sense of responsibility but you don't really care and you're putting it aside. And this will really show in the next few years, and I hate that I actually have to take that into consideration. What do you call it? You have to go ahead and do that. I'm not talking about extenuating circumstances. It's possibly support from your parents, as you know, or grievances and stuff. Is that you're responsible for everything and anything. So yeah, you're responsible for everything and anything that is gonna happen to you from now go onwards. And it's just so shocking. No one tells you that, hey, you're responsible now. This is your life. You have to sort out what you want to do. You have to do things you want to do. And as such aspirational people like you and I, who probably want to start YouTube channels, who want to start businesses, who want to go into great jobs and stuff. It's just crazy to think about how this is now up to me. It's up to me and my hands. It's up to me and my work and putting myself out there every single day. And I just think that's so crazy, because what do you mean it's up to me? What do you mean it's, I'm just a baby girl? What do you mean? I just think it's so crazy to me to think of that. It goes like this. It's all of a sudden, okay, yeah, so it's up to you now. It's sort out. And I just wanted to talk about that. It really is up to you now. Responsible for everything and anything that happens to you, to be fair. How do you even process or go about that? Exactly, how do you even process and go about that? Because what do you mean it's up to me now? And no one else is telling me how to go or how to do this or where to go, and literally leading me every step of the way. No one is going to be there to hold your hands and be like, yeah, so you're supposed to do this and do that and do this and do that. Obviously, if you're lucky, you have a mentor, so to say, or whatever, or a person who's previously done it, but no one's going to really hold your hand and take you through these stages, which is so crazy to me, because throughout school and education and other cohorts before that, someone has led you through. And I was like, okay, so no one's gonna hold your hand, sort out yourself. And she's like, what do you mean I have to sort this out myself? Well, I have to sort this out and go about my life. I'm like, okay. And as well as that, also it's just crazy, because you have to rely on yourself to go ahead and do these things. No one else is going to do it for you. And I think it's just so bizarre to me that there's no timetable of life for you to go ahead and go and do these said things. And I wish there was like a timetable of life, so to say, that will lead you and take you through these things. But that's things that you actually have to put down to yourself. How you want your mornings to look like, how you're gonna get your goals down, how you're gonna write this down, how you're gonna achieve this, like steps to get there. And I just think it's crazy because you don't know, we don't know, nobody knows. And I think I'm really speaking from my younger self perspective, because I just think it's so crazy. Because what do you mean that it's my responsibility? But it is your responsibility now, and you have to just suck it up and move on and understand that if you want to get to the place where you want to be, and if you want to achieve the goals you want to do, then you have to continue, you have to move on. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm not going to read the rest of my yapping because number one, it's just way too long. I was just talking for too long. But at the end of the day, it's now your responsibility. It is up to you. And I thought that I'm not the only one going through this shift now, understanding that it really is my responsibility in life, that it's up to me, and that I have to plan myself and put myself forward in order to get to the places and the things that I want to achieve. And that it's okay to feel lonely, it's okay to feel like you're out in the wild and that you don't know what you're doing exactly. But you need to understand that if there is a plan, and if there's that desire tinkling at the back of your head, like you're thinking, yes, I really need to do this thing, I can see myself at this place, I can see myself at this job, you have to keep going and you have to keep trying, because you genuinely will get there. And people have done it in the past. You see multiple stories, multiple, testimonies, etc., of how people have got there, and the fact that people have got there. And it doesn't mean that you won't get there. The fact that you had that desire in your mind to get to these places, and even if you don't, you just understand that, okay, now I'm just freelancing in the world and I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Put that down, write that, get pen and paper, write that down, and be like, okay, so I don't know, but what can I see myself doing in 5-10 years? And I always say this to myself, that I am only trying to get myself to the next day, but at the same time, you need to understand that if you keep getting yourself to the next day, whole year will pass, and what will happen then? So really, it's time for you to get down, get to work, and figure out what on earth you want to be doing. And while I'm saying that, you should also let go of the notion to be perfect, let go of the notion to really just be perfect in everything you do. Like, oh, I have to do like this to a T. Like, no, you don't. You will be perfect once everything else is figured out. So don't worry about that, really. Let go with that need to be perfect, and really just understand that this is your responsibility. So this was just your friendly checkup reminder, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on all my other socials. Thank you so much. Mary Remains Hot is over, in and out.